Hello, I'm on the stump. And no, I don't know why I made that cinematic intro to sit on this stump or this fallen tree. And something else I don't know is what am I doing with my life? And that's such a big question. And it's probably been haunting me for as long as I can remember because I can set all these goals and things that I think I kind of want to do, and I can even go so far to achieve lots of them. But that feeling of like, what is it that you are truly destined to do seems to be totally fleeting, and it escapes me um, every single year. And part of me believes that you will never truly feel like you found exactly what you're meant to do, because the whole point of it is to just explore and be on the journey. But then part of me kind of longs for that sense of like deep fulfillment and purpose that it seems that some people have found for themselves. For me, I have always loved problem solving, which is why I enroll like in science, which is why I got involved with like uh, engineering. I did my bachelor's and now I'm doing my master's. But I never really felt like I wanted to be a engineer. I always felt I just wanted to solve problems. And when I think about having to work as an engineer, I get kind of mixed emotions or confused because I can't actually envision myself doing that for um, such a long period of time for the rest of my life. Like I almost see myself as wanting to just solve problems, and like that's the general theme that I kind of have going on in my life, and that's kind of why I kept progressing along the lines. I just wanted to learn how to solve problems, but I don't know how to actually actualize that into my life. Um, and I know I also love running. Running is such a deep passion that I only discovered um, because just kind of out of like necessity or whatnot, and it gave me a uh, kind of a freedom from the feeling of like what is my purpose in a way. And I think that makes sense from like a biological standpoint because um, exercise in and of itself is incredibly grounding. It forces your mind into the present moment, and the endorphins that are created, it makes you just feel so happy. And I guess today I'm wondering, have I just been doing all this exercise and whatnot as almost a coping mechanism to escape from my purpose, and or the conversation of my purpose, I should say, or just to kind of handle that like immense feeling and pressure of like, what are you actually doing here? What impact are you creating? And it because it's a difficult feeling to sit with, the uncertainty of it all. And it's almost as if we just fill our time with these activities till we, I guess, stumble on what our purpose is or just never find it. And I kind of want to find it, which is, I guess, why we search, why we do the various activities, why we're like, I think I like that. So we pursue it and try it and see if it fits what we feel like we could do. Feel like it fits a feeling of where we are like, we could do this for the rest of our lives. And I don't know. And I've thought long and hard about purpose and life and whatnot. And honestly, like the conclusions that I've come to is it has to probably revolve around a sense of community and people, because those are the components of life that are very unique and new, and where you can actually create impact that's lasting. Because I mean, material things are just fleeting, and I know that's very silly to chase, um, but it's the question still remains, like, what does that even look like? If I want to problem solve and I want to help people, like, well, there's another piece of that puzzle that's missing, it's such a general formula, but it needs to be more tailored towards my world. But I'm only 25, hey, so I don't think I'm supposed to have it all figured out. Neither should you. Maybe you're 30 and you still feel like this. You probably will still feel like this, and I probably will. But you probably shouldn't have it figured out yet either. Life's a journey, but it's kind of still a feels bad type moment of like, I know it's a journey. I kind of like don't want it to be, and so you kind of just have, but you have no choice. You have to strap in and just come along for the journey, go along for the ride. But it's a challenge to be along for the ride sometimes, you know? Some days it's very easy and you're okay with the uncertainty. It actually gives you joy because you're like, life is a canvas. I can do almost anything I want. But then on maybe days that you feel bad, you're like, that canvas doesn't look like a canvas anymore where you can do anything you want. It almost looks like it's a recipe for disaster. You have no idea what you want to do, and it's pointless. Like, I don't want to search, but I think, I don't know, you just have to kind of stick through it, and eventually you'll, with enough time and persistence, surely you'll come across inklings of stuff that you actually want to do. Yeah, I often wonder that if you actually listen to what our child self wanted to do, that you would feel fulfilled. Because I feel like a lot of us are so far removed from what our childhood wanted us to do. And what if we actually gave a chance to it? But that's also kind of a bad theory in a way, because it's also, why would your childhood know exactly what you want to do when it had such a limited perception on the world and understanding of it? But yeah, so kind of out here in the bush before my work starts, just because I wanted to reflect a bit on it, because it is very confusing, and I don't even know if there's much more to add to that. It's just a very confusing problem in all of our lives, and there is no easy solution to it. You know, we are all flowing down the same river. I don't even know what that means. I do know what that means, but just an analogy. But I wish you all the best in your seek for purpose and fulfillment, and I hope you wish me the best as well, and future Matthew as well. I hope that you can look back on this video and be like, ah, that's where I came from. But I love being out in nature. I know that that is definitely in the cards of purpose and fulfillment, because nature just loves you, loves us all. And with that, I say bye-bye. Bye-bye.